Light welterweight world champions Gary Antoine Russell and Richardson Hitchins fought each other 3 times in the amateurs, and this was their fight in the 2015 US Olympic trials. Hitchins had a very negative approach in this fight and he was on the back foot from the first bell. He didn't look to engage much, he threw very little punches and moved from corner to corner. When Russell closed the distance and got close, Hitchins held and even got a point deducted in the third round for holding. We've seen in Russell's pro career that he's a big puncher, and I'm guessing this isn't their first fight in the amateurs, as Hitchins showed too much respect and gave up way too much ground early on. Hitchins has kept on to his good footwork and defence in the pro game, but he's known to have one of the best jabs in boxing today, which we didn't see in this fight. Gary Russell was a world-class amateur with wins over Jaron Ennis, Abraham Nova, Jermaine Ortiz, and of course Richardson Hitchins. He also went on to represent USA in the 2016 Rio Olympics, and his first fight over in the Olympics was the same guy he's fighting in the US Olympic trials here, Richardson Hitchins, who was representing Haiti. Gary Russell won his first 2 fights in Rio before a controversial split decision loss in the quarterfinals to the eventual Olympic gold medalist from Uzbekistan. Now fast forward nearly 10 years from the Rio Olympics, they're both world champions at light welterweight in the pro ranks. He made the first defence of his title last week on the Barrios Garcia undercard. Hitchins was also supposed to be on that card, but he pulled out due to sickness. Russell is 19-1 with 17 knockouts and won his title a year ago, and he only made his first defence last week. Russell is a brilliant fighter, but he's been far too inactive. He's only had 5 fights in the last 4 years. I'd love to see him become more active, as he could be a big star in the sport. His brother and former WBC featherweight champion Gary Anthony Russell was also a great fighter, whose career was ruined by inactivity. Hitchins is 20-0 and the IBF 140-pound champion. He was supposed to defend his title against Oscar Duarte last week. 140 is a loaded division with some big names and great fighters. There's been a lot of speculation that Hitchins might actually move up to 147, but if he does stay, there's some great fights there for him at 140.
Boxing out of the red corner, Gary